question number 1 in paper 1, which is the civil analytical question, and what is given to you is a site plan, which you have here, and a lot of information would appear on the site plan, and then you need to follow the instruction of finding all the answers to the questions that relate to the site plan on the left hand side. So let's start with question number 1. From number 1 to number 9 would be lower order, and then we will have middle order up until 16, and then higher order questions according to the mark allocation. I am, however, going to zoom in so that we can actually see a bit clearer what the questions are. So I'm going to move my page constantly. So here we have what is the project number, and it's W187, and you're going to find the project number right here in this space here, which is there. Okay, if you move it up, you will find the project number right there. That's the project number. The next question, how many signatures are required? If you go to the top here, there's the architect and the client, so that's 2 signatures that's required there. Okay, next question, how many revisions have been made to the drawing? Only 1, and where we're going to find that 1? We're going to find it right there. So the revisions work upwards, so if there was another one, it would have been a 2 there, the date and what the revision was. If there was a 3rd revision, number 3, and so forth, but in this case only 1 revision. Okay, next question, who is the client? So you go to this information over here, right here where my pencil is, proposed new garage and timber deck for Mrs. Gray. So Mrs. Gray is in fact your recipient of this plan. On what date was the site plan printed? It is that date over there, and we're going to find that date here. The company was business print, and that was the date 2016-10, 2016-10-19, which is the 19th of October 2016. And then number 6, how many new additions are indicated on the site plan? Remember the question's new additions, not new buildings, right? So if you look at the answer, it's 2. The new additions would be a new garage and a new timber deck. Should the question relate to new buildings, then it only be 1, which is the garage, because the deck is not actually regarded as a building. So it's a new addition, so it's 2. And you will find there 7, what does the abbreviation IC mean? It refers to the sewer that you see here. There are IEs, REs and ICs. IC, inspection chamber. IE, inspection eye. RE, rodding eye. So that answer would be inspection chamber over there. What is indicated by the arrow on the line at A? So your line at A, which is there, that has to do with the sewer line, because it comes from your IEs and your REs, and there is an arrow there, that is the direction of which the sewer is flowing. So your answer would be direction of flow. And then they ask you what the feature at 2 indicate. The 2 is there, it points to this arrow, the arrow points to this over here, those are trees. Okay, in what color should the feature at 3 be shown? And that would be red. Okay, this would be red color. If it was, now the colors you need to know, for iron or metal you have blue, for concrete is green, for existing material it is grey, for glass it's black, for sewer it's brown. So you need to know those colors. Alright, so and then new wood is yellow. Okay, so new wood yellow, red for any new additions in terms of masonry, which would be buildings, blue for iron, and we have brown for sewer, and then we have green for new concrete. So just make a note of that. The next one is 11. What does the line at 4 indicate? It refers to these lines over here. Those are contour lines. And what the function of the contour line is that it shows height above sea level, should that question be asked. What does the broken line at 5 indicate? There's a broken line here. It says that that building will be demolished or thrown down or removed. Would all be acceptable answers. Demolished, remove, thrown down. 13. What is the length of the boundary line at 6 in meters? The boundary line at 6 refers to this boundary line over here. We don't have it, right? We don't have that boundary line. What we do have is this over here, which is 14 meters 250, and we have that there. So you will have to take 14 250 and deduct it from the 44 meter 500, and that answer you will have in meters as 30.25 meters. Okay, there it is. And then 14, what is the width of Solomon Maslangu Street in millimeters? They want it in millimeters. If you go to Solomon Maslangu Street, you will find it's 4.7, and that will be 4,700 as an answer in millimeters. Okay, and then what is the difference in ground level height between corner A and corner B of the building in meters? So you're going to go to corner A, which is there. Corner A refers to that over there, and there's a contour line that runs like, and that contour line is 147, and B, there's a contour line here, which is 150, and the difference will be then 3 meters as you see it there. Okay, and then we have number 16. On which side of the existing house is the new timber deck? It says southwest. How do you get that? There is your symbol. That's your symbol over there. I would suggest you put the symbol perfectly in the middle there, and you have north facing on top, south here, west that side, east that side. The timber deck is here, so it is between south and west, which is southwest. And then number 17, which municipals, I just want to go to which municipal service is found on the land adjacent to stand 21. You will have to fish your eyes around. That is stand 20, stand 55 on top there, stand 22 over here. So you got to look at what's around. Adjacent to that is the electrical substation, right? There's the electrical substation. Right, 18 and 19 and 20 are higher order. In the space below, determine the perimeter of the existing house in meters. There's the existing house. So what you need to do is that you have to take in meters. You ignore the zeros and you only work with the value in front, which is the 13. Ignore the 3 zeros. So, and there are omitted items here, things that are not there, so you have to calculate it to put it in there. For example, that space there is the difference between 13 and 10, which is going to be that 3 there, and that there is going to be 6 if you work out the difference between that 6 and that 7, and that's going to be 6 if you add up that 6 and that 6, and that 8 gives you 20. So you've got to work it out. And then you go right around where you say 13, right, plus 6, which is that there, plus 6, which is that there, plus the 6, which is that there, plus the 3, which is that there. You must go right around, make sure, plus 8, which is there, plus 10, which is there, then the last one, which is 20, and then altogether it's going to give you 72 meters. 1 mark for the calculation, 1 mark, and 2 marks for these, the answer and the unit. Then lastly, they ask, lastly, number 19, in the space below, determine the combined area of the existing house and the new garage in meters. The existing house, which is that, and the garage in meters, right? A combined area. So what you need to do is that you break it up into little rectangles, like I have it here, and then you work it out. So this first one is 13 by 6, which you have there, and then you have 7 by 6, which you have there, and then you have 10, which is that there, by 8, which you have there, and that is the new house. And then you go to the garage, and you will find that 8 by 6 is the garage here, and you add it there, and you added everything up, and it's going to give you 248 meters square, and that's going to be 4 marks there. Right? And lastly, in the space below, in the space here on this side, you have to, in the title, draw neatly freehand the front and top views of the sand symbol of the bath. There's the top view and there's the front view. You're probably not going to be asked this, but I would suggest as a hint, focus on the urinals, both the single and the multiple urinal in the bathroom, and the wash tub. Those are the 3 things that I would be focusing on. One of those 3 will be asked. Okay, please run through the answers again and making sure that you understand this in full.